Hi, folks. My name is Cam Vedrat, and I'm excited to be here today to talk to you about Windows Virtual Desktop. Just a quick note as we're getting started, if you have any questions during the session, feel free to put them in the chat window. We have folks from the team who are around to answer questions as we go. And with that, I'm going to dive in. So it's been really exciting to see how organizations around the world have been using Windows Virtual Desktop over the last year since we launched. When we launched with worldwide availability, supporting VMs in any Azure region. And we had latency optimizations in 5 regions where we had the most customer activity during launch. We've been growing that footprint as more customers have been taking on the service around the world. So if you fast forward today, you'll see that the service has grown super dramatically. We have customers in a ton more regions, and you can see how the optimizations have expanded on the map. And we're continuing to add more optimizations in more regions as our customers start taking on the service in more and more places. The service is also now in preview in the US government region, which is great for organizations that need to virtualize in that environment. Some customers have asked us about the ability to store service-specific metadata in specific Azure geographies in order to comply with local requirements. And I'm excited to say that we're going to start rolling that capability out later this year, starting in Europe, with more geographies to follow. It has been really exciting to see the diversity of industry segments that have taken on using Windows Virtual Desktop. We've seen growth really go beyond traditional VDI categories into all sorts of different industries, including manufacturing, education, healthcare, all sorts of different things, all sorts of different organizations taking on the service. You can see a few different names of some of our customers on the slide, and you can read more about all of our customer stories at aka.ms/WVD customer stories. We've also been using WVD ourselves within Microsoft. We've been using the service to enable remote engineering and to facilitate remote internships for summer interns who've come to work at Microsoft but weren't able to actually travel to campus. And we're using the service to empower new employees who don't come to campus to get a laptop. We do the orientation, their new employee orientation remotely, and then we enable them to start working with a virtual desktop as their device will arrive later. It's been really awesome to see how the service has been brought to life in all of these scenarios that customers are using it for. When we talk to customers about virtualizing in the cloud, there are a few things that come up that are sort of top of mind in every conversation that we have. The first is how to make sure that folks are able to really stay productive so that end users can have the same experience and the same ability to do the work that they've been used to doing on premises day to day, so that they can really preserve that ability to have continuity in the business and the organization that's being served. Of course, security and compliance are a top of mind item for many customers, and I have a slide that talks about this a little bit more detail further on in the deck. The other thing that customers ask about is their ability to scale up and scale down as needed, and really manage their network utilization and their data center usage to really stay in control and have confidence around the costs that they take on as they're taking on using cloud resources to facilitate remote work. And we've really designed Windows Virtual Desktop to address these needs. In terms of productivity, we have clients for the Windows Virtual Desktop service available on every major client platform: Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and iOS. We even have an HTML5 client for cases where a rich client really doesn't make sense. And this gives folks a rich, interactive Windows 10 experience that they can use for day-to-day productivity, just like they would on a physical device. We've also focused on how folks can deploy very easily and get up and running quickly. We've invested in a quick start to make this possible, which enables you to set up an Azure DevOps pipeline to get your resources all up and running quickly and get your users and your apps onto the service. You can learn more about that at aka.ms/WVD Quick Start. And we've also invested in a rich ecosystem of partners to help customers migrate from on-prem VDI and modernize their deployments in that process. here's just a quick look at that robust ecosystem of partners that we have. This slide has just a few of the partners that we work with. We couldn't fit them all on the slide. But a couple of things that are worth noting here are in the SI category, the majority of system integrators around the world have started deploying Windows Virtual Desktop on behalf of their customers. And many of them are building specific practices around the service that's really driven by customer interest and customer momentum. We have ISVs bringing a lot of their expertise in the VDI space into Windows Virtual Desktop. And of course, there are hardware partners. iGel was the first to market about a year ago with their Linux-based client for Windows Virtual Desktop. And we'll have thin client offerings from all the major OEMs start to show up later in the year. A lot of organizations have asked us about how they can use the familiar tools that they have from Citrix and VMware in the move to Windows Virtual Desktop. And these two companies represent probably two of our strongest partnerships with the service. And we've seen that customers really recognize the value of having these partners hosting their services on Azure. We've also built out our own control plane, and that was driven by customer demand for a first-party solution in cases where people really want to simplify and reduce costs. So with Windows Virtual Desktop, you get access to a full Windows desktop where you can deploy your applications, whether they're line of business apps or third-party applications, and access them remotely. And you really focus on what is specific to your organization's deployment. So you set up your policies, your network configuration, and your VMs and your users. That's what you focus on. And you don't have to spend any time really thinking about the underlying infrastructure. So there's no time spent managing connection brokers or maintaining server VMs to power the service. Microsoft really handles all of the complexity of running that service in the cloud, so you can focus on what your organization needs in your deployment. So let me show you just a couple quick demos of how the service works. So first, we'll take a look at the experience that your end users will get on the service. And then we'll take a quick look at what it's like to deploy a host pool for your users to access. So if you're signing in from Windows, we have a remote desktop client. And what happens is you get connected with the client, and it'll actually connect to the VM. And then you get all the apps you need. So Outlook, OneDrive, and all of the Win32 apps that you're used to using on client desktops will work just great in the service. And then to set up the service, we have a really user-friendly wizard in the Azure portal that guides you through the process of getting set up. And so this includes, you can see I click on set up a host pool, and then I set up my virtual machines. And so I can pick how many VMs I'm going to start with. In this case, we'll start with just one. And then I pick a golden image to deploy into that VM. And that's it. I'm ready to go with that deployment. I can add users from my Active Directory or from my Azure Active Directory. And so here I can search for a user, and then I can provide access, and I attach him to the application group. He gets access to the host pool, and I can scale up and add more hosts as my deployment grows. We've also really focused on 3 dimensions to how you can reduce costs and spend intentionally when you use Windows Virtual Desktop. You really can save a ton on just the underlying infrastructure using Azure. Azure is already a very efficient and powerful storage, compute, and network infrastructure that you can build on. And then we have tools to help you manage your utilization of that infrastructure, whether it's scaling up or scaling down, or using Windows 10 Enterprise Multi-Session, which lets you have the scalability of a Windows Server session host with the user experience that you would get from Windows 10 Enterprise clients. You can save on licensing because access to Windows Virtual Desktop is included with your M365 A3, A5, or E3, E5 licenses, and that saves on RDS CALs. And then the total cost of ownership goes down because you don't have to spend your IT department's energy on looking at gateways, brokers, or infrastructure VMs, or patching those VMs, or doing any of the work to kind of keep that infrastructure going. We've invested a ton in how the service can work better for organizations that are scaling up over the last year. And so we've been busy with a ton of different investments. I'm going to walk you through a few of these. The first big bucket of work has been around security and compliance. We've invested a ton in certifications here, including ISO, PCI, FedRAMP High, and HIPAA, which makes it possible to use WVD in sectors that are more heavily regulated and might need that extra layer of compliance to make sure they're doing the right things for their users and for their customers. Diving deeper into security, because WVD is part of the overall Azure platform, it really benefits from the comprehensive security capabilities that Azure has to offer. These security capabilities are tightly integrated and they're designed to work well together. And this means that organizations can really take a 360 view of the security of their Windows Virtual Desktop deployment in Azure. So looking across identity, the session host, the apps that you're running in your sessions, in your VMs, the infrastructure you run on, and then your network and data layers, being able to look at all of those pieces and really get a holistic view and a sense of confidence across all of them. On the identity front, things like conditional access and multi-factor authentication give you extra confidence in situations where, like, if, for example, if a username and password become compromised, attackers still will be denied access to your environment. Defender ATP includes our next generation antivirus protection on the session host, and that's enabled by default. And then when we help you set up policies on your session hosts to manage things like security updates, to control device redirection, set time limits for things like disconnect and automatically logging off idle sessions to make sure that nothing is left open when it needs to be shut down to keep folks out as needed. With App Locker and application control, you really have the ability to control all of the apps that are running in your VMs. So you have a good deal of confidence around what code is going to run in the VMs and what things they have access to. At the infrastructure level, between Azure Security Center and SecureScore, you'll get a scan of your complete subscription, and that'll give you insights and feedback onto how to stay secure based on the specifics of your deployment. We've also published a ton of best practices for how to secure your resources on Azure that you can follow. Just make sure the way you're using the infrastructure is really right for what's going on in your deployment. At the network level, we have features like Reverse Connect, which enable you to operate your VMs without having to open inbound ports. And you can also use things like service tags and Azure Firewall to manage traffic in and out of your deployment at the network level. And then at the data layer, Microsoft Information Protection is a great way to protect data even if it leaves your deployment. And what this does is it puts a layer around your data so that it protects it in a way that can't be viewed without the proper credentials being provided. And then Azure Disk Encryption goes hand in hand with BitLocker to keep all of your data encrypted within the VM itself. So a lot of really great work done to make sure that you can secure your WVD deployment and have confidence that it's working the right way. If you want to learn more about this, we have a skilling session that's focused on securing your deployment, and it's linked to here on the slide, and I advise you to check that out as well. So going back to updates, the next big area we invested in is usability. One of the top asks we got when we launched last year was the ability to have a point-and-click user interface for administering your Windows Virtual Desktop deployment. And you saw the portal that I showed a little bit earlier in this presentation that shows how easy it is to get up and running in the Azure portal. That's now generally available. It was made available last summer, or this past summer. And then the other thing that I'm excited to show you is AV redirection with Microsoft Teams, which also became generally available this summer as well. Let me show you how this works. So traditionally, when you're making a real-time communications connection in Windows Virtual Desktop, what happens is the traffic of the call is routed between the VMs. But with our AV redirection, what we do is we actually enable a point-to-point connection between the two endpoints using WebRTC. And this is a much more efficient way of connecting between the two endpoints, and it produces a much better user experience for the folks that are on the call. They get better latency and a more natural calling experience. But the really exciting thing about this is that above and beyond that calling experience improvement, you get a big performance improvement as well. And so your utilization in your VM goes down, and so you can get better density to reduce costs. And to give you a view of that, this slide has just 2 screenshots of Task Manager, one running without AV redirection and one running with the Teams optimizations that take advantage of AV redirection. And you can see that we dropped from 12% CPU usage down to 1.5% CPU usage. And that's a massive reduction. And that goes right to the VM density you're able to pack into your VM, which is a big cost saver if you have users that are going to do a lot of calling and collaboration over Teams. Then the next thing to look at is what we've invested in from a scalability perspective. One of the big things I would want to call out here is the ability to actually manage your costs with Azure. One of the things I would call out here is your ability to manage costs with Azure automation. And so you can actually set up scripts that allow you to scale your VMs up and down based on the time that you're going to have users on the service. And that way you can scale down your VMs when you have off hours and actually save money on your deployment in those situations. So moving on to some new announcements. We've also got a ton of new value that we're announcing here at Ignite, and a lot of these things are going to become available in the next couple months as we get closer to the end of the year. On the security front, we will have single sign-on capabilities with ADFS, and this is a great accelerator in terms of both the user experience of signing in, not having to enter passwords over and over again, but also really securing the way that credentials are passed from the client into the VM and then from the VM into other applications that it might be running within your network. We've also added the ability to prevent screen scraping for content that is being managed by information rights management in Microsoft Office. And so that's a pretty great thing so that folks can't take screenshots of confidential information within the VM and then reuse that in other places. And so it's good to see that ability now available in the remote environment. We've invested in another new capability called Direct RDP. And what this does is it actually lets you get a more efficient network connection over your VPN from your clients to your VMs. And that helps a ton with latency and performance in the user experience. And so if you're using, for example, CAD applications or engineering applications, anything where the point and click latency really matters for the experience, Direct RDP will go a really long way towards improving the experience on that front. For our new interfaces that we shipped with our spring update that are backed by Azure Resource Manager, we're also investing in a migration tool that will help you move from our classic interfaces to the new ARM-based interfaces. And I have some demos for the rest of the new announcements we have as well that I'm excited to dive into. So let's dive in. The first is Microsoft Endpoint Manager integration. One really common question we get from customers is, when will they be able to take advantage of Microsoft Endpoint Manager's modern management capabilities with Intune? And I'm excited to share that support for using MEM to manage Windows 10 Enterprise virtual desktops that are hybrid AAD joined is now generally available. And this is just a really big step towards simplifying VM management for IT, since M365 customers already have access to Microsoft Endpoint Manager. And also at Ignite, we're starting a public preview of support for Windows 10 Enterprise multi-session, which enables you to apply policies at a device scope for multi-session virtual machines. So let's dive in to a demo of this. So here we are in Microsoft Endpoint Manager in the Admin Center. And what Microsoft Endpoint Manager does is it gives you a single view of all of the devices that you're managing. And so you can see here on the screen, I have some virtual machines, and then I also have individual devices, including mobile devices and physical desktops that are all being managed by Microsoft Endpoint Manager. And you can see they're immediately evaluated for compliance as well. So the state in the compliance column shows up as either compliant or not compliant in the admin center. So let's drill into the first item here, and this one is the first virtual machine, WVD DEDIC-1. So I'm going to dive into that one. And so here, within this device, I can see the compliance status of the various policies I've deployed. And so this is the same view you would get with a physical device, except now you're seeing it being applied to a virtual machine. And I can see I have 4 policies that are deployed. One of these policies doesn't really apply to a virtual machine, but the other 3 are applied, and you can see that they're compliant. And I can actually dig into the details on any one of these. And so I'm going to dive into the Windows 10 WVD compliance policy, which is this first one that's here. And here I can see more details, and I can troubleshoot them if they happen to report as non-compliant. And so in this case, I have anti-malware and antivirus that are both up to date, and so there's no need to take action here. And if they weren't, I could actually go and look at that VM and see what's happening on it to understand why they're not up to date and do something to actually go remedy that situation. And then I can also see that the VM is running on the latest OS version, which makes sense because that would be a golden image that I deployed and selected when I deployed the VM. So that's a look at how we can look at policy compliance with Endpoint Manager. And then another example of how you can use Endpoint Manager with Windows Virtual Desktop is to customize the user experience. And you can do this without actually having to build out custom images. For example, you can go and deploy apps into your VMs using Microsoft Endpoint Manager. So to give you a view of that, I'm going to go in and actually configure Teams for one of my users. So here I am in one of the VMs, and you can see I'm just on the desktop, and there's no Teams icon there because Teams hasn't been installed yet. So I'm going to actually go into the VM and deploy Teams using Microsoft Endpoint Manager. And so here I am back in the admin center, and now I'm in the all apps view of the admin center. And you can see there's a list here of applications that I can actually go and select from. And so I'm going to search, I'm going to click add, and then let's click add. And then here I can select the app type, and I can see in Microsoft M365 apps, there's Windows 10. So let's go down to Windows 10. And I select the app type, and you can see that there's a description of the app. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on select. And then here, I can actually customize the details that we'll see in Endpoint Manager and that I can see when it's deployed. I'm going to just stick with the defaults here and click next. Let's click next. And then I can customize which apps are going to show up. And here I just have Teams selected. So I will click next again. I can go in and I can choose who will get access to Teams. And so I can actually add a group. And when I add a group, I can select from my Azure Active Directory groups. And this is built on the underlying ARM infrastructure that we shipped with our spring update. So I'm going to go ahead and add this demo user. I'm going to click select and make sure that everything looks right on this screen. And then I click create. And it will actually go ahead and now it's been deployed into the VM. And so you can see when I'm in the VM, Microsoft Teams is here, and I can actually launch the app, and there it shows up installed in the VM. And it was deployed without having to actually go and mess with the VM image itself. I did it right from Microsoft Endpoint Manager. So some pretty cool advances for IT folks who are used to using Endpoint Manager to manage devices, now being able to do that for their virtual machines that are deployed on WVD. So moving on, the next demo I have is the work that we're doing to enable application management with MSIX App Attach. And we've talked about MSIX App Attach in the past. This is a capability that we've built into Windows that actually separates the app footprint from the OS image itself. And it lets you attach the app to the OS dynamically when a user signs in. And we're making this a ton easier to use with Windows Virtual Desktop. with the support for app attach that's coming to the portal and to Azure Resource Manager. And this work will be coming to Microsoft Endpoint Manager as well, but we're gonna start with just the portal. So I'll show you what this looks like. So here I am in a virtual machine, and I'm gonna go ahead and search for Notepad++. And you can see that in this VM, it's not actually installed. And so I can go ahead and install it using the Azure portal. So I'm going to switch back to the Azure portal. And here you can see I have a handful of MSIX packages that are already deployed in this host pool. And I'm going to add one that has Notepad++. So I'm going to add an MSIX package. And what I'll do is I'll add the path to that package. And this is a VHD file that holds the MSIX app, MSIX image of the app inside it. And so I can add some details. And so I'll search for the package name. I give it a display name, give it a path to an icon, the index, maybe a description, and then I can click add. And then you can see Notepad++ got added to the host pool. And so then what I can do is switch over to my application group, and you can see that Notepad++ is there as well. So let's switch over. And here I see it in the application group. And that's all I had to do. Now, the next time I sign into that VM, it will get dynamically attached when the user signs in. So let's switch back into the VM. And here, all I do is look in the start menu, type in Notepad++, and there's the app. And I can launch it. It'll take a moment to launch. And you can see it was that easy to just get Notepad++ up and running in the VM. And that was done with no actual footprint on the VM itself, which is some pretty amazing stuff. The ability to go do all of this in the Azure portal is coming out later this year in preview. And so we're excited to see folks give this a try. And then the next demo I have is our Azure Monitor Workbook for Windows Virtual Desktop. Many of our customers have asked for improved monitoring capabilities, whether it's troubleshooting live site issues with their deployment or optimizing WVD for capacity. This is a really big part of just how people are looking at scaling up their Windows Virtual Desktop deployment. And so we've invested in really robust integration with Azure Monitor Workbooks as a way to deliver this for organizations that are scaling up their deployments. So with the workbook, you get a high-level view of your deployment. You can understand and dig into issues that are impacting the deployment and get the ability to actually drill down on what's happening. You can triage user feedback, and you can get a view of the sense of scale of the deployment as well. So let's take a quick look at what we have here. So here I am in the Azure portal. And again, this is the Azure Monitoring Workbook in the Azure portal for Windows Virtual Desktop. And so here you can see I've set some alerts, and I can actually drill into details on those alerts. There's a snapshot of some of the host pools that I have. I can see usage statistics, including DAO and MAU and connection time. And I can also drill into things like CPU and memory utilization on an individual session. And that's really helpful as a diagnostic tool if I want to look at density on one of the VMs, or if I want to just take a look at what's going on in a VM if it's behaving in an unusual way. And then the last demo I have is a feature we have called Start VM on Connect. And this one is a pretty simple demo. The name kind of says it all. Here, what you can do is actually apply a property to the host pool where you can cause that VM, you can cause the host pool to spin up a VM when a user connects to the service. And this is really great to be used alongside our Azure automation scripts, where you can set up your environment so it'll spin down VMs during off hours to save cost, but still have confidence that when you need to connect later, if someone needs to connect at an unexpected time, they'll have the resources ready for them. So hopefully you've seen that we've made a ton of progress over the last year since we've launched. This slide has a quick recap of all the new capabilities we've talked about today, just in one slide. We're investing really deeply at a rapid pace to stay ahead of customers' needs with Windows Virtual Desktop. And we really appreciate all the great customer feedback that has driven this work. So if you're on Windows Virtual Desktop now, this is the time to look at scaling up your deployment with our new automation and monitoring capabilities. And if you're still running on-prem, this is the time to get started. Before I wrap up, I want to give you just a quick view of Windows Virtual Desktop in the words of one of our most engaged customers, H&R Block.
We are on the path of a digital transformation journey with Azure when the pandemic hit. We had to adapt quickly. Microsoft Azure and Windows Virtual Desktop allowed us to stand up a solution in less than 2 weeks with capacity for 80,000 tax professionals to work from home. We use a proprietary tax preparation software called Blockworks. It's a thick client application that runs on the Office server installed in each of our nearly 10,000 retail locations. We chose Windows Virtual Desktop for a couple of reasons. The first is our confidence that we had built in Microsoft Azure over the last 3+ years during our digital transformation. The second reason is that we knew that our data was going to be secure. Within 1 week, we had a sandbox with a working version of Blockworks running in Azure. There was no hardware to buy, no infrastructure to set up and configure. It was just the click of a mouse. We gathered a team of tax pros and showed them our work. We had them join a Windows Virtual Desktop session with Blockworks running, and they saw that it looked just like a tax pro workstation they used in our retail locations. Within a week after that, we had a fully operational environment ready for all of our tax professionals to use. We're on a journey to build world-class cloud-native software and enterprise-scale architectures. This digital transformation journey we're on is going to continue. We've discovered that Windows Virtual Desktop and Azure is a key enabler to make that happen for our business. We can do bold, exciting things that we didn't think we could.
To wrap up, you've seen today that you can use Windows Virtual Desktop to easily deploy familiar productivity experiences for your end users. And with the advances we've made over the last year, you'll get the control you need to scale with confidence. Thank you so much for joining today's session. We have 2 other skilling sessions at Ignite today. Make sure that you check out our learning path and use the quick start to get going. Thanks again for joining the session today and for engaging in the Q&A in the chat. And if you didn't get a chance to get your question answered here, you can join the Ask the Expert sessions that are listed on the slide. Thanks so much and enjoy the rest of Ignite.